Hello everyone, SirMonkeySuit and Zappy here, back again with Yowamushi Pedal. We are on episode 2, and in the first episode we obviously got introduced to the characters that we're going to be spending our time with, and mainly it's going to be Onoda and Imaizumi, as they're sort of like the odd coupled partnership thing, similar to what was in Haikyuu with Kageyama and Hinata. So yeah, looking forward to that. Onoda has been wanting to get into the anime club, which has disbanded because there was never enough members. He's trying to regather a bunch of people so that that can become a thing again, because he wants friends more than anything. He just wants people to talk to about anime. I'm sure we can all get behind him in that regard, because we all like anime. That's why we're watching it. But yeah, so Sohoku High School, that's where this is all taking place. There's a racing club, and being introduced to people like Mickey, who is an avid fan of the sport, and she wants to be the new manager because her older brother was the captain of the club at one point. And yeah, we'll have people like Imaizumi's got a chip on his shoulder because he came second during the last race. He wants to beat someone called Miro Suji, who beat him in the last race. So they've got the person that they're chasing after, the guy that beat. They've got their goal in mind. So I imagine, just by the nature of second episodes, that this will be the one, at least at the end, where either Onoda will be part of the cycling club, or he will it will end on the question, do you want to join? One of the two. but yeah, that is all. So that's all we really need to talk about. So without further ado, we're going to get into episode 2 of Yowamushi Pedal. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, so episode 2 there, right? Fucking that ended at an abrupt time. Because I'm thinking, there's no way he's catching him. Yeah, he has more power now, but, if he'd had that power from the beginning, then he may have had a chance. But, because he stopped, I don't know how much time had elapsed since, he stopped, because Imaizumi passed him, and then the van pulled up. I don't know how much time had elapsed since that point. Because there can't be that much further to go, right? And the amount of time it took for her to change the seat and everything. You've got to think Imaizumi is probably finished by now. But there's got to be it's probably going to be an anticlimactic start to an episode, I'd imagine. It's not it's going to get to a point where, I don't know, maybe it's going to be a case of just as Imaizumi's about to finish, he turns around and he sees Onoda coming, and maybe that's something, you know what I mean? Imaizumi's going to win regardless. But yeah, at the very start, he said that I'm going to give you a handicap, and then immediately afterwards he said choose any day that you like, and I was like, that's not a handicap. How is that a handicap? Choose any day you like. It's not exactly, is it? But then, he said what the handicap was actually there, so I'm glad that was cleared up. But there was a bet that he put on, basically saying that if he was to lose, then he would join the anime club, even though he knows nothing about it. And then he said, and I was like, what's your favorite anime? Nokoemon. It's got to be well, it's either Pokemon or it's Digimon, right? And I'm thinking because Pokemon is very immediate, so fucking popular. I did say, I said, just choose an anime that's very popular. You know what I mean? You'll be able to get away with it. It's got to be Pokemon, right? It's got to be that. But yeah. Imaizumi and Miki are childhood friends, so that was something that we didn't know last episode. Yeah, you got a 15 minute head start. On the flat, Onoda was hitting at 30 kilometers per hour. See, this is something that's going to annoy me, because we UK doesn't use those type of fucking. We don't use those measurements. We don't. So I'm gonna have to figure out a base, what, how to translate one to the other. To miles per hour. That's what I'm just a basis, so I know roughly how fast. Because I'm thinking if it's about bicycle, and that's going to be a thing that's going to keep cropping up, isn't it? I guess. kilometers kph to mph. Here we go. Kilometers per hour. Right, so he was going like 30. So he's going at about 18 miles per hour. Yeah, and Imizumi he was going like 30 miles per hour. Fuck. Okay. Because I'm thinking like when he's going 30 kilometers per hour, right? I was thinking, well, let's think about it, right. So the race itself was 5 kilometers, right? And he's going 30 kilometers per hour, right? And I'm thinking, hold on, if he's got a 15-minute head start, but then I thought, oh yeah, but there's an incline, right? So he's not going to be going 30 kilometers per hour the whole way. So the incline's enough to where it stops him so slow that, you know, all of that, you know, the first 3 kilometers basically meant nothing. And I think that's more or less the reason why Imizumi gave him that much of a head start, because he's aware of how much he would slow down on that incline, and that was the thing that he wanted most. That's the thing that he's interested in, is that whole the incline itself. So, but he'd climbed further than he expected when Imizumi finally caught up. When he caught up to him, he went by and he said he climbed further, but that was with a lower seat. So Mickey says that, you know, there's like a 60% loss of a loss of actual power just because of the height of the seat. If it's not an ideal length, I never even thought about that before. I always thought it was interesting how, you know, if it comes to just mountain biking or anything like that, it's a bit different. The technique that cyclists use is with a high seat. I always thought it was for aerodynamics purposes. Now it might be that as well, because generally what you'll see is with a cyclist, they'll obviously the helmet's the shape it is for aerodynamic purposes, right? But they they get real because of the height of the seat, it allows for them to really budge forward and allow there to be a lot of basically an aerodynamic shape throughout the whole body. And I thought that was all it was for, but it makes sense that the height of the seat, you know, for you to essentially, when you hit the bottom end of your, the bottom end of the pedal. So this is this is obviously where the top pedal would be. That would be where the bottom. At the very bottom, it would stretch the full length of your leg, so that you when you're pushing down, there's a lot more power in the push down, because you're stretching your full leg that way. So it allows for a lot more pressure on the pedal, pushing it further, faster, so you get more speed and power that way. Makes sense, but I never thought about that before. But yeah, she didn't even have to explain it. I just kind of knew, because it just makes sense. So that's cool. But Onodad never changed his height seat since 4th grade, because he said that's how long he's had it. And he just kept the seat at that thing. But you know, it's fair enough. I mean, he was never going out to be a cyclist, was he? So, you know, there was no reason to even think that. But yeah, I wonder if that's gonna end up being an advantage. I don't know how that would translate as an advantage. Him by using his bike for that amount of time, but using it without the higher seat. Does that mean in some form or fashion, maybe he has some advantage with that? Maybe in the future. I don't see how that would translate, because if he's going to become a part of the cycle race club or whatever, there's never going to be a time where his seat's going to be lower. You know what I mean? Unless it malfunctions during a race and his seat drops. Otherwise, I can't imagine. I mean, it is anime, so I wouldn't put it past them if they actually did that. But yeah. I'm just thinking, because in general, anime terms, that's something that can that's something that would absolutely happen. This idea that they've been doing something not the traditional way, so therefore they have a different they almost have a different technique that can help them in some situations. But I am looking at it, and I can't see a situation that he would find himself in where that would become useful, other than the fact if during a race his seat malfunctions and it drops. That's the only way I could even think that would ever come about. But yeah, Imaizumi giving him the fucking, fuck's sake, what's it called? Like a little bit of fucking machinery thing, whatever the fuck it is. I can't remember what it's called for the life of me for some reason, but tells you all the stats that you ever need to know. Now, if it's recorded, I'm guessing that's the reason why he gave it to him in the first place, so because obviously he's interested in the fact that like this guy can climb an incline like that, with like, you know, next to no issues, at least like not as many issues as people should have on like riding a fucking granny bike like that. But yeah, you give it to him, I'm sure, because he wants to know like how how he's able to do it, if there's not like a trick to it or whatever the fuck. But yeah, that was also I'm enjoying this. I kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of getting an affinity for like sports anime, because I think I did say like in Haikyuu once, like this idea like a sports anime to me is like, anime always has this potential to like do like to hype stuff up. So sports anime like do have the potential to be like that, you know what I mean, to be cool in that regard. But I think it's like, you know, it ends up being more than that, where it's like, you know what I mean, when you actually have a sort of, I don't know, like an affinity for like a character just to do well, especially in like in anime, like with sports, where it's generally a bit more grounded than the other anime that you're watching, because, you know, I'm watching stuff that's like, you know, Attack on Titan and My Hero Academia that just don't take place in our world. You know what I mean? And if they do, it's an alternate universe where fucking superhero powers and fucking magic and all that shit exists. And then when you have an anime that's, you know, grounded more down to earth, it's just, you know, it's based more on reality. It sort of gives you sort of that urge for maybe like the characters to do well. So, like, I mean, you want that in like other stuff as well. I just think it's because it's more down to earth. It's kind of a bit, it's more because it's more relatable in that regard, in it. So there's always that sort of connection that you have, and I think sports anime, I'm kind of getting an affinity for. So yeah. As of right now, as of recording this, I don't know what schedule this is going to be on. I'm still thinking it's going to be just 2 episodes a week, but what day that is, I don't know yet. I'm thinking it's probably going to be Tuesday, but today is like a sort of different, you know, because I had to figure out how to record this, because Yowamushi pedal is only available like in the US seemingly. So there was like, I had to basically record it through VPN and stuff. I didn't have the time to do it on Tuesday because I was recording Fate, because the day before I was actually streaming, so I never got to record Fate that day. So I didn't have time on Tuesday to record it. So this is just an exception day. I'm thinking it's going to be Tuesdays, so every Tuesday. So yeah, if you like this reaction and you're excited for it, let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, look forward to it every week. So thank you everyone for watching. In the description below, links to certain things. Discord, I'm over there, community's over there, get yourself over, come talk to us. SirMonkeySuit.com, my website, get over there, become a member, all my content is over there. And Patreon, I do have a Patreon. If you do want to support me, that'd be very much appreciated. There's a bunch of different tiers and rewards depending on how much you want to support me with. Early access, $5 a month, gives you access to shows a week early, and you get 4 episodes of Fate every single week. $10 a month, full length, gives you access to my full length library. Every now and then gets a full length. $15, that is the exclusive tier. That gives you access to a bonus show that I'm reacting to, which is 7 Deadly Sins. So if you're interested in that, go over there, become an exclusive tier patron. $50, that's the elite tier. Every time you pay $50, you get a choice of a show that you want me to react to, and I will react to it. It will go at the back of the list. By now it's 7 shows. Might take me a while to get round to it, but I will do eventually. But if you don't want to wait that long, and you want your show to be reacted to next, and you want to get God tier, which is $100. And that is all. So thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.